37 claimed kills, 5 confirmed dead, 2 escaped victims, all at the hands of one man. Who is it? That's a question that's been on the cusp of being answered for years. Today, I'll be informing you on the serial murderer known as the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac murder started in the 60s. He was known for his ciphered messages in the newspaper hinting about himself and his victims, whom were mostly couples. Recently, a group of investigators have believed to identify who the murderer was. So, we all have a true crime junkie hiding inside of us. But luckily, the individuals who uncovered the mystery were a very qualified team of past investigators, police, agents, and news journalists. So, that leads us to a very important question. What exactly did the Zodiac Killer do? As mentioned before, the Zodiac Killer targeted mainly couples. His first victim were high school sweethearts. Their names Betty Lou Jensen and David Frenny. On December 20th, 1968, they went parking. The night ended with the boyfriend being shot in the head and the girlfriend being shot in the back 5 times while fleeing the scene. The next incident happened not even a year later, just a few miles down the road from the first accident. The couple Darlene Ferrin and Michael Magoo were shot at Lake Herman Road. The next incident is when things start to get weird. The same suspect stabbed the couple multiple times, but instead of leaving them for dead, he called the police admitting his crimes and was never heard of again. Then his next victim was a man. This was a man cab driver. So, what made the Zodiac Killer stand out in the newspaper? What made him stand out in the media was his letters to the newspaper. On August 1st, 1969, 3 different newspapers received the same handwritten letter that all began like this. Dear Editor, I am the killer of the 2 teenagers last Christmas at Lake Herman. These letters contain details that only the murderer could know from the murder scenes. They also contained ciphers leading clues about the murderer's identity and clues about his victims. The Zodiac Killer loved to taunt the police. So, if these letters were not published on the first page of these newspapers, he threatened to kill kids, or many more. Another interesting thing about these letters is they were all ended with the same symbol, a circle with a cross through it. This is known as the Zodiac Killer's symbol. In 1974, the murders and letters came to a complete halt. While the murders may have stopped, the investigations did not. So, was the murder solved? Well, according to The Guardian, in October of 2021, the case breakers, 40 ex-investigators, believed to have solved the case. The team claims they were able to crack the code to the Zodiac Killer ciphers, which led them to a suspect's name, Gary Francis Post. Not only did they decipher the name, but when finding out who Gary Francis was, he has an identical scar on his forehead that matches the police sketches from many years ago. But he can never be questioned as he passed away in 2018. However, regardless of this information, both police and FBI have released statements to CNN saying that the case is still open and that there needs to be more evidence. So, 37 claimed kills, 5 deaths, 2 escaped victims, and all at the hands of one man, Gary Francis Post. The mystery of the Zodiac Killer seems to have come to an end. After years of investigation, the brutal murders of his victims and answer to his ciphers have finally been solved by the case breakers. So, do you think the cold case is finally solved? Is Gary Post the one to blame? Or is the Zodiac Killer still out there, waiting for you to solve his puzzles?